Welcome back to the garage and to part 4 of the MGTF front subframe removal and refurbishment project. You'll have seen from the end of part 3 that the car's back together and back on the ground. So there's obviously a few remaining jobs to do before I can drive it, get it MOT'd and back on the road. This is the steering intermediate shaft. Can be a little bit awkward to get back into place, but it's not a terrible job. There's one bolt down there and there's one bolt up here, and that's all there is to it. These bolts are torqued to 22 Newton meters. I've just spent the last few minutes putting this back in place, so I think the next job to do is to get the car jacked up and have a look at what I want to do underneath. I've decided the next job I'm going to do is replace the brake pipes. So I've jacked up the offside of the car and I've got an axle stand to put underneath there, and then I'm going to make up a new brake pipe for this side. I'll then do the same on the near side. The old brake pipes are quite easy to remove. To be fair, that's not in bad condition apart from this end, which is totally seized. It's ages since I took all this apart, but I seem to remember twisting the pipe a little bit, which might have weakened it. If I didn't on this side, I definitely did on the other side. Either way, to be safe, nice new pipe and fittings most definitely required. I've cut a length of pipe and bent it roughly the shape. I'm now ready to flare the first end, and I've not forgotten to put the union on first. That's looking good, I'm happy with that, so same on the other end now. That's the first one done, so I'm now going to do the other side. I'm currently underneath the near side of the car. The rear mounting bolts torque up to 45 Newton meters, the fronts torque up to 30 Newton meters. So I've just got this one thread that needs recutting and a new bolt putting in. These are 21mm nuts and get torqued up to 100 Newton meters. This bolt gets torqued up to 45 Newton meters. The two front cross brace bolts get torqued to 45 Newton meters. The subframe is now fully bolted to the body and all bolts are torqued to spec. Now it's time to tighten and torque the steering and suspension components. I'm working on the offside of the car at the moment. I've got the weight of the car on this axle stand currently. This puts the bushes into their resting position. I can do all the torques with the bushes like this. This gives them maximum life. So this is something you absolutely definitely have to do if you're using rubber bushes. I don't know 100% if you need to do it with poly bushes or not. If you know, please stick something in the comments below. But I'm going to do it anyway, it's an easy enough job. That's the lower wishbone bolts done. The rear one, you just can't get in there with anything for a torque wrench, so it's done up pretty tight with the long spanner. The front one is torqued to 90 Newton meters, I think I've done it to. The little white paint marks are just to indicate which bolts have been torqued up, and then at the end I can do a visual check and make sure I've not missed any. This damper lower mounting bolt gets torqued up to 100 Newton meters. That's the hub's upper ball joint nut done to 55 Newton meters. This is the nut on the lower ball joint pinch bolt, and that gets torqued to 45 Newton meters. This is the steering track rod end nut, and that gets done up to 30 Newton meters. You might remember from one of the earlier videos when this was all being pulled apart, there was some corrosion down here. That's been patched up, and it's now got a preventative coat of underseal on it, and I've done around sort of the inside of the wheel arch as well. Hopefully that will help keep the car on the road for many years to come. On the near side, the wheel arch liner is back in place, and I'm about to do the offside one now. The wheel arch liner goes back in very easily. I've just used these to hold it in place. You get one there, there's one up the top there, and then there's one down the bottom here somewhere. Yep, there we go. Okay, the next job is to get the front bumper back on. Two screws join the bumper to the underside of the wheel. And I've used two new screws and captive nuts to secure the wheel arch liner to the bumper. Tell you what, it is really cold out here. It's probably about 1 degree. Most of me is fine, but my hands are suffering at the moment. Anyways, I have been topping the car up with coolant, and I've started the engine, and it started on the button. It did need the battery boost, but it's been over 6 months since it was last started. Apart from that, it started straight away, no problem at all. Been topping up the coolant, and now it's time to bleed the system. There is one bleed point on the heater core, accessed from under the bonnet near the scuttle. Another bleed point is on the top of the radiator. Be careful with this one, the plastic thread strips very easily. There is a third bleed point on this metal pipe in the engine bay. I've broken up my favourite brake bleeding system, the CDVS 820. It's a pressurised system, and full of, well, it's not full, but it's got fluid in it, and then I just pump it up. Now it's just a case of visiting each corner of the car, starting from farthest away from the fluid reservoir. I need to slacken off the nipple on the caliper, let all the air out, make sure there's clean fluid coming out, tighten it back up again, and repeat that at each corner, and hopefully I should have brakes. Okay, I'm at the rear offside at the moment, and it is just a case of loosening off this bleed nipple. Not quite, maybe this just needs, there we go. First corner done, 3 more to go. Whilst the engine cover is off for bleeding the cooling system, I'm taking the opportunity to do an oil change. It's only about 1,000 miles, but it is 2 years since I did the engine rebuild, and this is actually the first oil change. Time-wise, it's definitely overdue, even if mileage-wise it's under. Very interested to see what the oil looks like. I'll be inspecting it very, very carefully. Obviously, I'll be looking for any signs of coolant, which could indicate that the new head gasket hasn't sealed properly. I will also be looking for any signs of metal shavings or anything like that that could indicate abnormal wear from within the engine. I would say this oil is looking good. Doesn't look as though it's got coolant mixed in with it. No signs of any mayonnaise or anything like that. It just looks like slightly used engine oil. It looks pretty clean, and there's certainly no particles of metal or anything like that, so all in all I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I'm sat in the car and everything is finished. I've got a list of jobs I've done here. What have I got? Steering intermediate shafts being refitted, new brake pipes, subframe mounts have been torqued, suspension components, steering components torqued, corrosion issues sorted, cooling system pipes refitted, the cooling system's been refilled and the car's been run, cooling system's been bled, new brake fluid, brakes have been bled. What else have I done? Oil and filter change, batteries fully charged. I had to put a new motor on the windscreen washer bottle. Somehow, with all the lifting in and out, somehow one of the little outlets got broken on there. There was a £15 aftermarket part, and an absolute doddle to fit, no issues there whatsoever. Basically, I just put everything back together. I have tested all the lights and everything. The car seems to be ready for its MOT, and touch wood, I have no particular expectations of it failing. Famous last words. Okay, right. It's Friday today. Car goes in for an MOT 8:30 on Monday. I will let you know how it goes. So she passed her MOT, no problems at all, not even any advisories. So I'm off for a drive now. I think the next job is going to be to sort this suspension out, get it all set up properly, professionally. It's a little bit wallowy at the moment, so it definitely needs some adjustment. But that's only to be expected. The shocks, the dampers went straight on with their out of the box settings. So it's now time to do some tuning.